strife. Life is strife.
Okay, so I am very new to this, but I hope not to be. Eventually, you will be hearing my voice a lot in the upcoming new year. But since this is the first time, I will give you a break for not knowing who I am. My name is Camerali, but you can just call me Jay, and that's not Jay, that's just the letter J. All right, moving on. So I am doing this video because I feel like it would be a little easy, a little bit introductory, and I think it would be fun. So yeah, sue me, I don't care. I saw a lot of videos where people talk about redesigning their OCs, and I know it's not new, but I've been seeing a lot of them pop up, and that might be my algorithm, but who cares? And I thought, wouldn't it be so fun and a good way to get my characters out there by redesigning some OCs and showing them to you. And no, they're not the characters that I animate frequently, but you will be seeing them soon. And by seeing them soon, I mean like really soon, because their comic is coming out, but I'll talk about that later. I really wanted to get these characters out there because I think they're fun, and I think they're silly, and I think maybe somebody else is gonna do it, and then I'm gonna be like, I did that first, and I can't say that because nobody knows. So this is video form of I did it first. And yeah, we're just gonna get into it. So the first character that I will show is a demon you may know very well. They go by the name of, I don't know, Asmodeus. And really the main reason that I'm showing them now is just because they're the one that I'm focusing on right now. But I have, I don't know if you can guess, 6 other demons that I am slightly redesigning. But this is the one that you're gonna see now because this is the one I'm thinking about now. So, you know, if you want to see more, you're just gonna have to stick around, I guess. I don't know. So this character, Asmodeus, is it's kind of hard to redesign them because there's just so much going on. I mean, I'll put a picture up here to show you what I'm dealing with here. But in short, it's a man with 3 heads. One of them's a bull. I'm thinking the other one is a ram, but we're gonna go for sheep because I like that better. And they have a bird leg, and they're sitting on a dragon, and there's something about a lion in there. I cannot remember, but that is a lot to deal with, and I'm not. I wanted to incorporate a lot of their, I guess, original design in minds, but also I'm going to be drawing this character frequently, and I'm not drawing all of that. Also, for what I want to do with them, all of that wouldn't really fit, but there may be times where I make references to it. I don't know. I just realized I did not explain this character. So to explain the story a little bit, the main character is the Antichrist, and all of the sins, you know, the 7 deadly sins, are kind of parental figures and family members when in relation to said Antichrist. But the role that Asmodeus plays is kind of a guy that lies sometimes, because when the Antichrist gets to hell and is trying to find their way around, the first, or maybe not the first, but one of the first rings that they come upon is lust, and obviously Asmodeus is there. And when they ask Asmodeus questions, Asmodeus responds with only riddles and just doesn't they're the type to respond to a question with a question, and as you can tell, it can be very frustrating. And my main character, the Antichrist, doesn't really do frustrating. They can't handle or regulate their emotions pretty well, probably because they're the daughter of not Lucifer, of Satan, actually. And they don't like it when you aren't just upfront. So you can already assume Asmodeus gets on their nerves like no other. It's really not. It's a funny pairing, but all it does is aggravate my main character. And the reason why I don't really say a name for the main character is that they don't really have one. And this is kind of me putting it out there that please someone give me a name. Please. They're the Antichrist. They're the daughter of Satan. Yeah, just give me a name. I need a name. But I've related my story to Alice in Wonderland. I think that fits a lot, and the best way I could describe Asmodeus or Lust is if this was Alice in Wonderland, I mean, then Asmodeus would be the Cheshire Cat of the group. So I hope that helps with characterization, and I hope that helps with knowing my character a little bit better. I don't have everything down because this is just kind of me figuring stuff out at the moment. I mean, not everything is written in stone, including this design, but I like this design more than the previous ones, which I will get to. But yeah, essentially it's Alice in Wonderland, but if Alice was the Antichrist and Asmodeus was the Cheshire Cat. That's done with the explanation of the character. Now let's get to the designing part. We're gonna start off with critiquing the other designs, by the way. Alright, this entire time I have realized that I have not been recording, so that sucks. We're not gonna go back to all of them. We're just gonna do a speed round. So the first three, because there are so many, I did not remember. Oh geez, I just found another one. The first three started off pink, but then no, they didn't start off pink. Jeez. They started off purple, but then I thought they looked too similar to, so I scrapped that immediately. Plus, it's a mess. You can see it. Moving on. The next one, closer to what I want. Don't understand the bandages. Don't really like the robe. The pink and red, it does not really go together. It's just not what I really want. Plus, the multiple eyes. The multiple eyes will stay, by the way. All up until I changed it, which is now. But until then, it's all going to be multiple eyes. And the reason behind that is because, as we can see, Asmodeus here has multiple heads. And I wanted it to be more monster-like. So I said, hey, multiple eyes, multiple heads. Why not just put it on one head and just put a lot of eyes on that head to make them freaky? That does not stick. We move on, having bigger, fluffier hair. I really like that. I do keep that later on, but I do not keep the horns. They are different horns and they are different ears. And the claws, the big, meaty claws, I cannot keep them. That's not part of my design. That's not part of my vision anymore. So it's a no. The lack of clothes will still stay. Here's a secret one that I just now found that was hiding from me. Ooh. So this one, I guess I was just trying to combine all of my ideas into one. I don't like it. I thought maybe if I went in the bull category, I thought maybe if I went in the bull direction and then just made them a cow person, it would work out. It just doesn't. I don't know. I don't like the snout. I thought it would be cuter. The purple and the blues and the everything. I don't know. Maybe I'll test out some of the like the pink, purple, and blue color scheme on my new design, but I just I don't like it. Plus, we still have the multiple eyes. I just never gave that up. I never gave it up. It's scary how I thought it would stick. I just wanted it to work so badly. And then, as you can see, I went with the purple, but then I realized I want Leviathan to be purple. And that doesn't work out. Same thing for this one, although it's closer to my final design. I just didn't want Asmodeus to be purple because Leviathan was purple. So yeah, just it changed. I don't know what to tell you. It changed. But we do keep the flower crown because, well, not specific. We do keep the rose crown because I like it and I think it fits them. Same for this one. The horns change, but I do like their shape. I do, but they still change. The rose crown still here. Spiked collar will be a different color, but for the most part, yeah, it's just changing. Also, I don't like that their eyes are closed. I don't like how their eyes look when they're closed. Now, the big and beautiful, lovely that I love to death, but also have changed. The multiple eyes, it's so much. It's so much. I can't. I tried to make it work by putting their, like, irises in the eyes and making them freaky and all of that, and they hid a side of their face, to, you know, hide that part of them, and maybe later down in the story they like lift up their hair and you just see that. It's not impossible with my new design, but it's not a thing. They don't keep that there under their hair because no, I honestly just forgot. But this idea, it could still work because my character does end up being a shapeshifter. They can really just take the form of anything. This is just the form that they enjoy the most. So, yeah. Now that we're done recapping all of the lovely, lovely old designs that I have for this character who has put me through not the most hell, that's saved for Leviathan, but just a little bit, just a tiny little bit of hell, we will go on to actually redesigning this character. So heading over to the speed paint now, which I have yet to do. I don't think you could ever understand how hellish the sketching was. So sorry, I know this is very unprofessional for my first time, but we do not have a sketch. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was so hard. It's probably because I like drawing on my phone, and for now I unfortunately lost my stylus and I had to use one that was separate, but my screen is cracked and it was just a whole thing, so I had to switch over to my iPad, but the sketch was done because I tried to push through it. But yeah, we don't have the sketch, or me drawing the sketch at least, but we have everything else. So let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, started off with the ears and the rose crown. I like it. I mean, I'm gonna draw it from different angles and stuff so you can see it better, obviously, but I think it's nice. Obviously, my girl is chubby because we love them. We love them for that. And yes, I said girl. They have multiple forms, but you know, this one is a girl. This one is the one that I'm gonna draw them mostly in, but I will show a version of their male form. I might draw it digitally, but if I don't do it digitally, you'll definitely see it on either my Instagram or my Tumblr when I post. Shameless plug, go to my Instagram and my Tumblr. They will be linked in the bio, but that's besides the point. As you can see, I still went with the pink color and the red robe. I know I said that didn't really match in my criticization of my last designs, but I think it's nice when you do it better. That's the best way I can describe it. And I made a mistake and did some weird yellow on the face, but then I was like, ooh, lighting, because I know nothing about that. Someone teach me about that. So I just did it in places where I think it should go. And yeah, I shaded with purple because I really wanted it to look deep and purple, even with the pink. I know, once again, I said I don't want them to be purple, but also some parts of them are gonna be purple because it's my story and I don't care. Because I love the huge spiked collar. I will say my last redesign, like the one right before this, I do miss the deep red corset, or not corset, but bodice. I think that's the word for it. I do like the deep red bodice that I gave them. With the lace over it. I might give that to them all the time, but for this I wanted something simple, so I just gave them a strapless bra and some panties because yeah. But I do think I will be changing their clothes soon, but for now I like it. You got the rose quartz big curls which was what I was going for. And the horns, I know they look to be normal demon horns, but really they are supposed to reference bull horns. That's what they're supposed to do. And even the legs I don't hate too much. So overall, I think it came out nice. I do feel like I drew it better on paper, and maybe it's because of like the hell I went through actually getting the sketch or whatever, but overall I think I did well, and you will be seeing this character again soon. They might even be in an animation, but that's far in the future. If you liked this design, if you liked the video, once again, go to my Tumblr and my Instagram to see this character again when I post them, because it will be after this video is posted, because I have to do a background and everything. But you know, if you had fun here, which I hope you did, because I try. If you had fun here, then go ahead and like the video, please comment, tell me what you would do with my character. Ask me questions about my character. I would love to answer them, and that forces me to write stuff. Say what you didn't like. Mention that show that will not be named because you hate me. I don't know. Yeah, or even subscribe if you oh boy, if you liked it that much. If it were me, I would subscribe too. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bye.